Make some plays towards the arch position, I think. Indeed it is. Library has been separated. Rez will go for the 1 versus 1, very easily taken care of by Device, and Magisk will be hitting the first bullet as well. Headshots galore as far as Astralis are concerned. Ninjas in Pajamas have a lot to do with Dennis. Now, he's a man who trying to engage someone. He wants a 1 versus 1. He's about to get one. Defects his loads, gets taken out, but there is the trade. Abusing numbers advantage.
Eagle, there he is. Oh no.
Oh yes. No. Oh no. You saw how Device was spotted jiggling the corner immediately off angle. Looking to avoid getting pre-fired. Ding dong with the Glock, not enough from that range. Often the Glock needs 3 shots to the head. Pajamas to simply be fragged. They need their loss bonus. There are the kills, and it's 2-0 for Astralis. No one is lost.
So NiP must take top middle, and it must be successful.
Dupree could get caught, and he will eliminate it immediately by Get Right. 1 shot to the head and dead. 3 players moving up the arch position, but they've got an AUG to deal with. Magisk with the scope, resetting the situation, moving around double stack at long range. Good for 3 kills. Weapon out. Now the pit has been taken control of. There are no smokes here for the T side. Then it's very well positioned, but maybe took too much damage. 8 HP now in his 2 versus 2.
He does have Forest alive with him though, who is full on HP. But with the lack of utility, that's slightly annoying. However, the site does offer a lot of coverage. Oh, very important 1v1 there for Forest, but he'll lose it against the UMP. That is very unfortunate.
Might be back to pistols. More dangerous than the 1 Deagle we saw previously. 3 Deagles and 2 CZ75s. Make it 2. Nice cut to pieces very quickly. Get Right's got some Kevlar. But no one's taken any damage yet for Astralis. Got a flashbang in there. Not perfect range. Oh, okay. He will get something out of it, and that's worthwhile.
And a much more passive approach here from Astralis. Wow, what a shot there. Device connecting onto Lekro.
I feel like Glaive is inclined to peek the arch position once that smoke goes, which you can see on the radar. There is a peek from Forest, no flash, and that makes it very easy for Device because Forest is closer to the corner of engagement, so he will be showing to Device first. And I think the bomb is in an exposed position as well, but that flashbang is absolutely perfect. Horrible timing for Device, and now there's an opportunity. However, Glaive sprayed through the smoke. Oh boy. I wonder these days if...
Device is pretty damn consistent, so... Here goes a quick banana push. The nade's actually doing some good damage. Glaive needs to hold on by himself for a moment. The push, or rather, sorry, the rotation is coming quite quickly, but Glaive is more than enough for this one. He's off to a fantastic start, James. He's 12-0 already.
Not too shabby at all. That really was a devastating multi-spray through the smoke previously, but now he's got his 1 on the board as he gets taken out by Get Right. 2 kills for Ninjas in Pajamas. Pajamas with a focus. Oh, they're going to have a burst. I think Forest is going to throw a pop flash for his teammates. Dupree will avoid it though, but he can't avoid 3 players going through the smoke. A complete change of pace by Ninjas in Pajamas.
Yeah, this is really nice. I like how NiP are working with the basics here. And a good frag onto Magisk, but Device from the pit position might be troublesome to deal with. How do they get rid of him? Molotov will help, but the smoke is there to answer it, as Device now can dodge around and be an absolute nuisance. If he can find any more picks from this position, that will be terrifying. And they know that he's there still, and they will get the bomb down regardless. As Device goes for the peaks, hits the legs of Forest. Now down to Glaive, who so far has been having a great game, but Rez gets on the board with his first kill. Very nicely done.
Pajamas move through the apartments. Oh, I'm sure Dupree spotted these players, but he's in good for the frag on this occasion. Magisk is, however, he's got support. We've got the his teammate falling back from short as Device, but he's back straight up in time to catch Dennis off guard. NiP trying to capitalize on an opportunity. It looks like they see windows of opportunity, and they're looking.
There's still some time on the clock, but they don't have any control towards Banana, so they're committed towards A, and this should be pretty pedestrian for the remainder of Astralis to defend. It's a good return from Forest, though. Difficult shot to hit. Time pressure now as there's less than 30 seconds to get this bomb planted. More defensive efforts there from Device. Good shot from Lekro. He's alone. 2 players to deal with. Another fantastic headshot coming in from Lekro. Glaive, last man standing, and up on the box he goes, but it's Glaive with the frag.
I think if there's a chance for Ninjas and Pajamas to make ASTRALIS uncomfortable, then maybe that's their way in. I think that was the play.
Oh, sorry, smoked off there on library. There's not actually no flash. Okay, there's the flash. They go for the burst through the smoke. 2 kills, though. There's a fantastic result, just leaving Forest alive. A headshot position to deal with there towards the crawl space. Oh dear, this is not very fun, is it, for Forest, as he will try to work his way through the smoke. And there's not too much he can do. Glaive is just everywhere.
The importance in trying to get there is doing damage in rounds such as this, which is why they may go on for a while. It's important to try and squeeze out all these frags, and now they're in a winnable situation. They're picking up rifles. They've got ASTRALIS out of position, so this could be very interesting indeed.
It's Lekro, no less, with the double D entry frags. Good stuff from him, and NiP. They're off to the races. Finally, in a post plant, and they are looking really good here. There is limited utility on ASTRALIS. There's a nice couple kills coming in for G3 on the retake. Magic as well, just cutting them down. The numbers that they had, it was a 4 versus 3, and now they're all falling. Very unfortunate.
Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at Lekro on the camera. Like, never mind what's going on here. He's just like proper face palming pretty hard. I think this is, you can see the frustration. Look at the body language. It's so awesome how far we've come in Counter-Strike just in terms of the usage of utility. I was about to say, well, a more successful push with a smoke on arch this time for Ninjas and Pajamas, and it more or less is. It's 1 for 1, but they have more position in this. Last time they didn't get an opportunity to use it, but now they can wrap the B bomb site. Is the trade there? Apex falling off. Can't really fire his gun onto Rez, and now there's a chance. Forest, they know Forest is probably in CT, so there's not so much ASTRALIS can do. You see the money, and this is where the problems are. On the CT side of Train, just getting naded constantly in Pop Dog and so on. Oh, he's just going to get his bow rung immediately by Glaive as well.
That's really promising for NiP.
Yeah, this will be an interesting one. Get right, we'll have to change his position again. 22 HP. No real damaging grenades, just that one flashbang and away they go. So the crossfire could be very, very brutal for ASTRALIS. And if they get wiped out here, then again, there's a lot of chance. That bomb's very far ticked as well, so it's about falling back here for ASTRALIS. And they will manage to do that for the most part.
Looking to hold his ground at the top of Banana. He goes for the Y peak, but Dennis absolutely ready.
It's a stark difference to your approach to Banana when your opponent has a lot less money and they don't have really the utility to hold as they normally do.
Questions. So, and that can only really be answered with some time. It's a nice shot from Glaive. Is it small consolation? Perhaps it is.
Yeah, the Zipex and Glaive just ran up Speedway, and Forest was behind the sandbags deep in the corner. And from that position, you can hear CTs running up Speedway, which is often why if you see a rotation from CTs from A to B, there's more utility for ASTRALIS, but they have, maybe it's going to be a slow take, but that smoke up the top is going to be very important. Glaive spraying, and that's going to cost him. Zipex is in a vulnerable position as well, but of course it's Rez to try and make a difference and get taken out. 4 versus 3 though.
They've managed to find themselves on the right end of the fortune. Get right, getting, you know, spray kill through the smoke, through the woods. Top Banana. And this is really cool because, you know, sometimes you may think, oh, you know, why don't they just run into the site? They don't know if it's the case that ASTRALIS had an extra player on the bomb site. They don't want to rush things. They have a man advantage situation working for them in Device, whipping that shot. Going with the second one, though. Does he go in for more? Will be smoked back, and Magis will creep forwards. There's a gap in that smoke. I don't know if that's going to be... Yeah, Magic's going to abuse this. Going to go straight through it, but Forest has him covered.
1 versus 2 for Device. Walking into a crossfire. Drop the flash, that will be heard. Now they know exactly where he is. He's got the chain flash with him, but he's doing the best he can. Oh, Dennis trying to flank him. And that's a crossfire not working out, but Forest will get the final frag.
Pick it in certain spots on the CT side over the MP9. Nice for the opening pick there on the Forest, finding him down middle. 9 rounds. There it is, Glaive, using that UMP to full effect, close range on Banana. And that's the problem. You know, you don't know how many people, like what ASTRALIS is doing behind the Banana smokes. And Magis finds his way out of Boiler into 1. Almost a chance at a second. Rez and Get right now with so much to deal with. This is just falling apart.
Tall order indeed for Rez. another rough situation for him, and it doesn't quite work out. That is 5 rounds for Ninjas in Pyjamas at half-time. They will move to the CT half. They had a few chances to make a difference, and they finally managed to do that. And actually trying to sneak down mid, got caught as they walked into the bench. Unfortunate timing for them. They don't want to lose both these pistols. That would be somewhat disastrous, especially against ASTRALIS. Rez still making his way down. I don't think he was detected, it seems. Oh, no, Glaive looking at a 6 now. I think he's going to see him just about. Rez trying to make a play, but it's all about these headshots. A P250 for Dupree. It's not often that you see everyone to have Kevlar or grenades, but here is one for Dupree. It's done a job so far. One headshot for him, and this is looking really bad. It may be...
Dennis able to trade 1 kill back, but it's more about money than anything else at this point for Dennis, picking up some extra kills, but it'll only be the 1, and so it's a horrible position to find yourself in. And NiP have it all working against them right now. Ooh.
Not bad. Not a bad start. They have position on the entire site, so should be a formality. Lots of SMGs to make some bonus money with. Okay. That kind of sucks for Zipex. A little extra money for Get Right. Not a whole lot of money to be made here for NiP unless they somehow got a knife kill. Claven device are low though, so maybe there are more kills to be had. Maybe not. Lecrow, there's a fair chance he catches something, but again, it's relatively inconsequential. The T side, you don't have the monetary pressures of the CT side.
Even though you need utility desperately, you know there's a bunch of SMGs out in the field, and you want to, if you're going to get a lot of firepower, you really need to protect it. And I like this. Get Right's playing aggressively. They can't really give up banana despite the low amount of utility. They kind of have to just make it work, and they try, but it's failed. It has failed enormously, and that's, oh my god, what a peek from Glaive with the FAMAS. Oh man. And that's the round over. And I was wondering, actually, that there is an argument
that Get Right's got a counter smoke grenade to try and deter ASTRALIS, to ruin the timing. Device is already ahead. He's vulnerable to a USP shot now with 3 HP. So he'll want to stay deep in the sights to protect the AK-47 that he's holding. Zipex moving up for a Coffin's plant. So planting that way leaves you less vulnerable to spray from the Coffin's position, from behind the Coffin's position.
Pretty impactful still, just due to the fact that starting with the initiative, or the easy initiative, and again, these harder decisions that NiP have had to have made with their economy makes things pretty awkward off the get-go for them.
Got Glaive and Device. Glaive with 12 HP, poking towards the banana position. So this could be very, very interesting, but there's still action towards that A bomb site, and it seems that Magisk will be sacrificed, although he's still managing to take people with him at the moment, clearing out the A site, but here comes a procession. 10 seconds, Rez, all he needs to do is take out the bomb planter, and he will probably win the round, as long as Get Right survives, but he's going for Zipex instead. He's just got to play for the beeps, and surely the round is won, get the bomb rolling on the floor, and I think there's a round win there. But here we are. We've got to Get Right now in a 1 versus 3. Glaive doing some Super Mario Brothers, but this is the wrong game, buddy. And now maybe there's a chance for Get Right.
Yeah, there's 3 kills already for Get Right. Needs 2 more. There's no utility to work with, so that's pretty tough. And he's just holding this. And I mean, there's no options for him there. Disparage the FAMAS. And the fan most of the time. You can see that ASTRALIS just waiting for the pushes. They know that NiP are in a desperate spot, and they're taking full advantage of that. So now that there's a minute left and 2 picks have been made, ASTRALIS can start to think about go, honestly. As long as they do it together, they'll be fine. And there's a quick pop flash play, and another frag unanswered by ASTRALIS. But this is not a great start for NiP.
Good thing it's best of 3. Rez now is dead. And that is a solid game of Inferno as far as ASTRALIS are concerned. A dominating scoreline and many dominating rounds as well.